So even though Grey Man definitely starts off as a very generic espionage movie, its true star power and very strong second act really does save it and make it a really wicked entry. What is up everybody, welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So in this video we are going to be reviewing The Grey Man, which is Netflix's latest action thriller movie based on the novel of the same name by Mark Greaney, and this film is directed by the awesome Russo brothers and has already got a greenlit sequel and a spin-off, and is the most expensive Netflix original movie to date in terms of they spent $200 million on this. Even though, in terms of all of the Netflix original movies, it is the 5th best performing in terms of viewership, as you know, Red Notice, Extraction all performed better in terms of viewership. And you know, even though the first half of this movie is such a chore to get through, the second half is actually really, really wicked. Some really cool twists and turns, some awesome action sequences. I mean, I have to say, that is one thing that this movie is definitely delivering. All of the action set pieces and sequences look so good and really, really cinematic. And I'm going to be breaking everything down with The Grey Man with you in this movie review. So this film centers around its lead character called Sierra 6. I mean, even just on that point alone, they really dehumanize all of their CIA Black Ops assassins, and his entire world implodes when he finds some incriminating evidence of his agency in a bit of a Winter Soldier-esque style, which definitely is the Russo brothers through and through, and he is then on the run to survive with the full onslaught of the agency on his back, trying to find him, trying to kill him, and trying to retrieve the incriminating chip of evidence that he has on them. And then on top of this, he also has a sadistic mercenary on his trail as well, hell-bent to kill him, and he is then on a bit of a survival mission across the world, and the film then explores whether or not he's going to be successful with all of this survival mission. Now from a positive point of view, this movie is non-stop action, especially the sequence in Prague, the train sequence, the car sequence, the battle sequence with all of the police officers against all of the agencies. It is a true spectacle from an action point of view, and it is so high-paced, high-octane. I wish the first half would have been a little bit stronger, but I feel like the second half is true edge-of-your-seat, jaw-dropping viewing. So many twists and turns taking place, and I just love the mystery of trying to solve everything, seeing what is really going on, who can you trust, who can you not trust, and of course it is true star power at its best. The cast and characters of this movie really do add so much to the storylines of this movie. However, from a negative point of view, you know, it does feel a little bit cookie cutter, a little bit generic in terms of an espionage action thriller movie. So you have seen certain generic aspects in other films for sure. Like I keep saying, this is so prevalent and so true as it's got such a slow start. It does have some cool moments in the first half of this movie, but I'm really glad that it definitely does pick up pace a lot in the second half. It would have also benefited from even more twists and turns, maybe some betrayal, and some true shocking moments, things that are a little bit cleverer. As like I said, I did go away from this movie thinking, you know, that was a really cool, fun experience. Like I said, saved by the second half, but I would have just loved even more mind-bending stuff happening, especially as the Russo brothers were at the helm of this movie. But you know, that being said, from a storyline point of view, it definitely improves and definitely does do a lot of world building in terms of setting up a wider universe that they definitely can continue. So from a cast and characters point of view, this movie alone is just absolutely magnificent, as they have got some true superstars in this film, and they definitely do bring so much to the characters and of course to the storyline and cast as well. So let's go through them one by one. So first up we have Ryan Gosling, who is playing the main lead character, Sierra 6. Like I said earlier on, they really do dehumanize all of these CIA Black Ops assassins, as they really are just numbers to this wider agency. And he is a really great action hero star. I feel like he is delivering on all levels in all of the action sequences. I would have loved there to have been a little bit more personality conveyed with this character, but I can't deny the fact that he was a really great action star, and you really are with him as he is trying to solve everything, and seeing his world imploding is just absolutely shocking. Next up we have Chris Evans, who by contrast just brings so much to the Lloyd character. He is a true psychopath, absolutely sadistic, and has some cracking one-liners. I feel like Chris Evans just loves these deliciously evil type characters that are total opposites to Steve Rogers and Captain America. And you know, in his career he has played these more dark and more cheeky characters, and he is just fully in his element. Even though he is doing some barbaric stuff to a lot of other characters, he just delivers it with such humor and literally does steal every single scene that he's in. And I feel like he was so good as the Lloyd character, and a little bit like the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. Although it was really good how early on they kind of teased a bit of a fight between the Sierra 6 character and the Lloyd character, and then by the end of this movie they definitely do have a big battle between these two. I would have loved that particular battle to have been even bigger, as it does build up to it quite a lot. But that being said, I feel like Chris Evans just totally delivers as the Lloyd character. Next up we have Ana de Armas as the Danny character, and she partners up with Sierra 6 for the majority of this film and definitely can hold her own. She is absolutely wicked on the battlefield in all of the action sequences, a lot of humor as well, and she just brings so much presence to all of the times that she is on screen. And I feel like, you know, we have seen her quite a lot with Chris Evans in other films, for example Knives Out, and she just bounces off all of these other characters really, really well. Next up we have Jessica Henwick, who is really, really great as well, and the majority of her sequences is her just looking at this screen and just kind of saying stuff to Chris Evans. But similarly to Ana de Armas, she's got so much presence as well, and in the final act of this movie she is definitely doing a lot more stuff, which is really, really wicked. We've also got Billy Bob Thornton, who very similarly has a lot of screen presence as well, and is the mentor to Sierra 6 and was the person that brought him into the agency as well, so has a lot of background and history with this character. And then finally we have Regé-Jean Page, who is a bit of a monotone character, and he is a bit of a leader figure who just wants to bring Sierra 6 down at any cost. I do feel like this character and actor are getting a little bit overly criticised, as his performance was okay. Similarly to Ryan Gosling, he definitely could have given a little bit more, but I feel like he was a bit of a sinister character. And like I keep saying, the entire cast and characters in this movie are just absolutely top notch. So from a visuals point of view, this movie just looks absolutely unbelievable. There are some true awesome action sequences, so many action sequences, and so many in particular are just truly jaw-dropping. I just couldn't believe everything that was happening on screen, as it just looked so magnificent. Like I keep saying, the Prague sequence was so good. All of the stuff that's happening on the cars, all the stuff that's happening on the trams, all of the stuff that's happening even with all of the human civilian characters, and then the police officers, and then all of the Black Ops characters, just absolutely incredible. And then we see some, you know, really luxurious mansions, some true undercover stuff, some true unexpected things happening as well. So many explosions, and I love all of the little camera cuts that they were doing. Sometimes some movies kind of go a bit overboard with this and just have so many cuts that it's just so confusing, but I feel like they had the right amount, and they just really did zoom in when you really do see this really explosive event taking place. You really can feel some of the fear in certain characters, and you can also see just how badass certain characters are as well. And of course there's a lot of traveling across the entire world in this film, and all of those sequences look absolutely incredible. And so from a visuals point of view, the Grey Man just totally delivers. So from a comparisons point of view, I definitely feel like this is one of the best action movies that have come out lately, and I also think it's probably one of the best Russo brother movies outside of a Marvel project. So I think it's a lot stronger than 21 Bridges, Extraction, Ava, Infinite, Tenet, Cherry, and Abduction, but I don't think it's as good as Mr. and Mrs. Smith, the John Wick series, or Nobody. And actually I do actually prefer Red Notice so much more to The Grey Man. So overall, The Grey Man is a really, really great time. If you just want to purely escape into a massive explosive action movie, then you're really, really going to have a great time. I mean, Netflix are clearly a massive fan of this franchise and of the Russo brothers, as they have already greenlit a sequel and a spin-off, which is going to be really, really cool. And I just have to say, Chris Evans in particular just totally delivered. He was so good in this film, and I absolutely love the little Ken doll reference that he made, as of course Ryan Gosling is currently filming the Barbie movie. And even though this movie, you know, definitely did have some generic stuff that you have seen better done in other action movies, its star power and second act in particular is really, really wicked. And just like I keep saying, all of the action sequences are so explosive, and so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Now I'd love to hear what you thought of The Grey Man, so let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.